Hello, hello. Hello, friends. How are you on this fabulous Monday? I'm not sure exactly how much time I have. In other words, I think I have it at minimum, I should have a half hour. I'm really itching to be live today. I don't know why. So, if for some reason I have to quit early, no worries. I have a feeling I'm going to come back a little bit later. Okay. So let me get over where I can actually read these chats without squinting. Okay. Ran so hard to get my charger because my phone is about to die. Love it, Mary. Love it. Demarian, you were watching my other channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you just going over there and checking it out. I appreciate that. Well, I'm happy you're here, Rosa. I have been fabulous, Demarian. I've been fabulous. You haven't caught me live in ages. Well, it's because I haven't gone live in ages. Well, actually, didn't I just go a week ago? Didn't I just do a Sunday? I feel like I did. I was going to go live yesterday. Oh, we just had running around to do, so I didn't end up being able to. Lisa, you and I clean exactly the same. Seriously? I love that. I love that. That makes me very happy to hear. I get in a place like I see Cammie, missed you, Cam. Well, obviously I missed you too, and I find myself missing going live. Like I meant what I said about getting it in and scheduling it, but certain weeks there are. Oh, maybe I should say I only really schedule at most 2 months ahead. So I already knew a lot of my weeks were already booked. I didn't see where I was going to be able to fit in a live stream. But I did mean it when I said I'm going to do my best to make sure though that I end up getting live somehow. Because I don't know what I love going live. I love live streams. Like I love coaching and I love recording videos, but outside of that, live streams are my thing because I feel like you guys are in my living room. It's probably why I like the membership so much because it feels like I've got everybody over. You're all here with me, hanging out on my couch. And quite frankly, I mean, what other reason is there to be on YouTube if you're not wanting to be live and hang out with peeps? That's why we're here, right? Putting ourselves out there because we want to connect. All right, Alyssa, thank you very much. I manifested this. I've been needing money advice, how to manifest money without working. I'm done with the 9-to-5 life. LOL, I love you. I love you, and I love that you're done with the 9-to-5 life. See, I love that you even wrote the question that way because you know what? We're just conditioned. We're conditioned to think that that's normal, realistic life is to have the Monday through Friday 9 to 5. We're just conditioned to believe. Or let me reword. We are conditioned to think that's the expected norm. And if you don't follow the norm, you're doing something very risky. Why? Why? Just because we've been in a habit of doing shit a certain way? I mean, we can list all the logical, literal reasons. You know, we can probably list a lot of logical, literal reasons why that works best. And I get that too. But there's also a lot of good reasons, logical reasons why it doesn't have to be that way. You see what I mean? Or maybe it's just because I'm naturally against the grain anyway. So is it possible to make money without having the 9-to-5? Yes, of course it is. It's all about getting around your own thinking, your own conditioning, right? You stop identifying as that's the only way to make money. Money can come to you from multiple sources. What's that phrase they call money when you're not really like working a 9 to 5? Is it like passive income? Is passive income the right phrase? I can't remember. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But thank you very much, Lisa. Give Kim a thumbs up. 99 in chat, only 13 likes. Thanks for always having my back. I appreciate you, Lisa. Lisa's an OG to this channel. Very much appreciated. Very much. So Alyssa, what I would do is I would be focusing on the version of you who it's her normal to have different income streams without necessarily, unless you feel inspired to like label what the income stream is. If not, don't label it. Just see yourself as having it. And when your logical mind wants to like, well, how is that going to happen, Alyssa? How is that ever going to happen? That's not your problem. And you can remind your mind of that. It's not your problem to figure out how. It's your problem to identify with it. You know, I've shared my own money manifestation journey. So I'm sharing with you the things not to do, such as worrying about the how, like I did. What a waste of linear time. I was always focused on the how. And the true, I mean, if you probably already heard me say it, but you know, it did manifest the exact amount of the lump sum that I was manifesting. It fully manifested 2 weeks after I gave up on it. That's why I'm saying, don't be me. Don't give up. Do your best to redirect your mind when your mind wants to focus on how it's illogical for you to see yourself with that money, or it's illogical for you to think that money could come from anywhere except from these places. And one of the things I feared was the money coming from somebody dying. I didn't want anything bad to happen to anybody. You know, I didn't want to get it. Well, what's that? Like getting it from a will. I can't think. There's a different word, though. I'm just not thinking. Me and words are not friend today. Friends with an S. Inheritance. I didn't want it to come from there. And that would always be the first thing that would pop into my mind was that. So I was afraid at the same time. So we do not manifest terrible things to happen in order for us to get things, but we just have to know that instead of fearing it all the time. So, and then my next thing is I would focus on, well, I just don't see it happening. You know, I work at the time, my version of a 9 to 5, I worked 3/12s and, you know, I had a salary or what's that? Oh my God, Kimberly. I made a certain dollar amount per hour. I can't think of what that's called. It's not salary. It's something else. I couldn't see ever getting a raise that would equal the amount I wanted. You know, all the logical ways money could come for me, I could not believe that it would happen outside of winning the lottery. So I believe, this is my true belief, that it took linear time-wise longer because I would waver so much. And it's not even fair to say that I wavered because I was not wavering. I was standing in my decision of thinking it couldn't happen and that it probably wouldn't. Right? Saying I wavered is being nice. That's how bad I was. So I think that linear time would have been cut in half had I taken the advice, you know, that I heard in law of attraction content, because there was no law of assumption content at the time. But not only did it come 2 weeks after I gave up, and listen, the true reason why I believe is, well, when I gave up, what did I stop doing? I stopped worrying about it. I stopped being focused on all the things that I didn't think were going to happen or how impossible it was. I dropped it completely. So all resistance dropped completely. It blew my mind, though. Not going to lie, blew my mind. And it really solidified, holy shit, manifesting is real. Holy shit. I mean, outside of the SP manifestations, that money one was an important one for me. Outside of getting the money and really building my trust. So focus on the you that has it. So whether that's seeing yourself, having a certain dollar amount in your bank account, but I mean, when you're seeing yourself, you don't even have to be a good visualizer. It's just imagining who you would be if you had it right now, and really, really think about that. Because I know that we toss around imagine who you are as that new version of self. I know we throw that around in the community, but I mean, no, really do it. Really do it. Really think about how you would handle life knowing money was a non-issue and you weren't working a 9 to 5 to have it. Who do you think you'd really be? How do you think you would feel? So, for instance, you'd probably feel pretty safe and secure that you have nothing to worry about financially and that you were done and taken care of for the rest of your life and that you never had to worry about this stuff ever again. You'd probably feel pretty safe and secure. So literally, you're taking the time to think about what your life would be like with that worry gone. Even if you imagined yourself going and purchasing things, like going to, I like handbags, so going to the handbag stores and buying yourself stuff comfortably, happily, knowing that whatever you're spending is only going to come right back to you, right? Your whole money mindset has changed as this new version of yourself. Play around with it. I haven't put this video up yet, but this weekend, I'm like, what? I need a new example of why it's completely normal and natural for us to manifest. Look, I need something to pop out at me. 10 minutes-ish later, this came into my mind. Think about it. Did you have to, anybody who's got children out there, did you have to teach your children how to play? And I don't mean rules to a game. Obviously, we all read the instructions to friggin' Monopoly. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying as little children, or if you don't have kids, all right, think about yourself. Do you remember someone sitting you down and explaining how to use your imagination? I don't remember anyone sitting me down and saying, Kim, this is how you use your imagination to pretend play. No, that never happened. And I know I never did that with my child. My child came ready, equipped, outside of the infant stage. Playing, really, it's using our imagination. If anything, we are conditioned and taught to get out of our imagination and come back to reality and live your realistic life. You're just daydreaming. No, we come to this planet already prepared to use our imagination. It is our natural, it's who we really are naturally. As I'm saying, as physical humans, you come here already prepared. No one sits us down and teaches us how to use our imagination because we don't need to be taught. It's already a part of our true self. Think about that. I'm saying this is one of the reasons why you can look at manifestation as you were meant to do this. So, Larissa or Alyssa, Larissa, Jesus Christ. Imagine yourself as comfortably having as much money as you want while still being able to do what you want. Whether that's stay at home with your own children or go out and have fun with your friends, that money is still coming. Imagine who you'd be. Wanted something specific to happen today and declared it, and it happened. Well done, Salty. Well done. Cammy, thank you so much. That was so nice of you. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I always do it backwards, but I want to give you a heart. Thank you very much. That was very sweet and kind, and I totally appreciate you. Ruby B, thank you very much. My God. Happy holidays to you, Ruby B. Happy holidays to everyone. We all know this is my favorite time of year. And I intend, when I am doing my cookie bake-off, I will be doing a live stream, just saying. Just like I did last year. Did I do it here? Did I do it on TikTok? Doesn't matter. I'm going to go live while I'm baking. I'm looking forward to that. Kate Johnson, member for 16 months. Thank you very much. Just want to say you're the best, and thanks for always judging us and helping us HBICs. Love you. I love you, Kate. I love you. Thank you so much. Again, using your once a month free, what's it called, membership thingy to say something nice. That's very kind of you too. My God, HBICs, are we not like the best community? Seriously, aren't we? We have such a good group. I love you, and I love you for multiple reasons. Multiple. Helen, oh my God. Thank you so much. Bestie, I have used the how would you feel if you were with SP now, and it works. Oh my God, my unfolding is amazing. And so how I didn't expect, I told you so. Okay, I told you so. I cannot wait to tell you the details. I cannot wait to hear the details, Helen. I am so happy for you. And first of all, thank you for showing up and sharing your journey and sharing your experiences to help others. If for nothing else than to be the BBL for others, but it is so helpful when people come back and share while they're having successes to encourage anybody out there who maybe feel like they're not experiencing anything. They're just judging their 3D too much, but it's very, very encouraging. So thank you for that. And I cannot wait. And can I say it? I fucking told you so. I told you so. It works. It works. You just got to get your eyes off of it so it can. Like watching water boil kind of a thing, right? I'm very excited and happy for you. Beautiful bestie. Sazzle, thank you very much. Kim, SP says our age difference is a problem for him. No, it's not. I'm older. How do I change my self-concept on age? I'm 45, he's 39, that's not even a problem. There's 6 years between you. That's nothing. Okay. I never want people to know my age. Okay. So I love that you are already aware that it is all about you. It literally has nothing to do with him. And I don't care if he's verbalized it to you. Because in your thing, it says, Kim, SP says our age difference is a problem for him. Okay. And if you misspoke and meant to say that it isn't, that's okay too. But I'm telling you, if he has verbalized that it's a problem for him, it's not. That's just how it's manifesting in your reality, meaning it is the not chosen, AKA not good enough belief. Okay? Hold on, I see you. I know you wrote something. Oh, maybe you didn't. My bad. Okay. How to word this? All right. Whenever we're experiencing something in reality that makes us feel, or SP's mirror, something that makes us feel not good enough, AKA not chosen, right? They're all connected. That's all it is that belief projecting. The thing in of itself, so if he did have a problem with the age, it's not because he really does. It's because he's doing his job, as in he has to reflect you. And if you've been in a state or a version of yourself that has that belief, that not good enough, and on top of it, you have an offshoot, we'll say an offshoot belief, right? Like an octopus, an offshoot leg of it's the age. You're right. You don't feel good enough because of your age, and literally you're 45. You are like nothing. You are like nothing. I don't know what you are worried about. 45 is fucking nothing, okay? Just saying, all right? But it's an offshoot to your own not good enough. Now, maybe you had an experience in your life where you associated aging as a negative thing. And I mean, if you see the media that even I grew up with, yes, it can be terrible to women, but not if you change your mindset on it. You'll see less and less of that horseshit. You will. So, in other words, if I were you, I would be focusing on being the version of yourself that is, number one, aging backwards. You're aging backwards. And you are the self that loves yourself inside and out, and so does everyone else. Now, if this has been something that you've been really heavily focusing on, if he verbalized something that the age difference is a problem, which I cannot stress, that age difference between the two of you is fucking nothing. Nothing. It's silly. It's not a problem for him. The moment you become the version of yourself that no longer has this silly belief, and we're going to put like a comma to that. This is also the version of you that can let stories go, meaning the story you probably now have of him, because he only needed to say that to you one time, enough to have it stick, so that it looks like that we have that stuck to him, that story. So this is the version of you who loves herself inside and out, beautiful inside and out. You're aging backwards, and age differences in a relationship don't mean shit. This is what your new self believes. As well, it's easy for her to let stories go. It's easy for you to become this version of yourself. Focus there. He's going to reflect differently. He's going to change. I'm sure. I mean, I'm willing to bank on he's not even sure why that age difference matters. And that's what we also hear a lot of, that, all right, so people manifesting a specific person, and let's say specific person, just doesn't want to be in a relationship right now. And, obviously the person manifesting the specific person, I'm sure it's the not good enough belief. It usually is. I'm just saying, okay? The specific person really doesn't know why they feel the way they feel. And there's a part of them questioning themselves why they feel the way they feel. They don't understand why, because it's not their true self per se. It's the reflection of you. Do you see what I mean? I doubt that your specific person has always had an issue with dating older women. It probably started with you. Not granted, I don't know your specific person. I'm just saying that's my personal opinion. However, if you start focusing on who you want to be, all of that shit's going to go out the window. And you'll probably see a lot less of that judgmental horseshit, stereotypical bullshit in reality. You'll see less and less of it. The more your awareness is off of it, the quicker it's going to change. So whatever you do to manifest, meaning whatever techniques you enjoy, maybe you like embodiment, you are focusing on the you that can let stories go, the you who's aging backwards, the you who's not concerned about age in relationships, because they really don't mean anything, because love transcends all. There are no limits to love, especially age. You start choosing her, focusing on being her, you're going to see a difference. Mark my words. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Holly Hollis. Hold on. It just there it went. Okay. Holly Hollis Hutchison, Triple H, member for 32 months. Thank you very much. Hey, Kim. what to do in 3D when it's literally on fire with SP and money. I'm not reacting, but a circumstance happened and I want to move to a new level of consciousness and not dwell on it. But it was one of the worst. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, first of all. I'm sorry. All right. You want to be on a new level of consciousness. You want reality to change, I'm assuming, quickly or reflect this new level of consciousness. You know what to do. Wherever our awareness is heavily focusing on or identifying with is what we're going to experience. So, obviously not from a place of blame and shame, but a place of you taking the control over what reality you're in starts right now. And remembering you are in control, even when you don't feel like you are, even when it feels like reality is beating down your door or breathing down your neck. You are who you claim to be. Claim it. Claim which self you want to be. Remember that you are all versions of yourself at all times. The flashlight, the awareness flashlight, is just shining on a version you're not enjoying being anymore. Now, I get it when there are circumstances that seem to be in your face. It can be hard to stop identifying with them. But it's only hard because in those moments, you're believing in being separate from what you're experiencing. You're not, Holly. You're not separate from reality. You are reality. And it has to change with your decision. Now remember, unfoldings can look all sorts of ways. But it never has to mean you're not in the reality that you want to be in, that you're not actually in the right one. It doesn't have to be that, right? It's your perspective that runs the show. It's your decision over where you are, but you very much could be in the new reality. But are seeing an unfolding that we'll say maybe feels uncomfortable. And then maybe because it's feeling uncomfortable, we're making the assumption that this isn't working or that it hasn't worked yet. None of that is true. It's your perception that matters. It's the awareness. Bring the awareness back to the version of yourself you want to be. You claim it. That's the identity. Now, if we're feeling stressed, sometimes doing a manifestation technique will make you feel relaxed. Sometimes. So maybe you're someone that likes to affirm, robotically affirm to yourself who you are. Remind yourself of who you're choosing to be. If you're like me and that doesn't make me feel good when I'm feeling a little too entangled with my reality, for me, it's completely shutting everything out, turning the TV off, turning the phone off, and focusing simply on I am. Focusing back on the observer. So in a sense, detaching myself from reality, in a sense, even though you are reality. It helps me to get the visual in my mind. I'm not a great visualizer, so anyone can do this. You don't have to be good at visualizing to do this. It helps me, and this is what I do when I'm too entangled with circumstances or, I'm really bothered by something. I see the reality bubble pop up around me, per se, and then I step out of it. So it's like not the clearest picture of me stepping out of the reality bubble. And I see the circumstances from a distance. And in a sense, it's my way of separating myself from that version of me who's too entangled with the reality. It's my way of recentering my mind and making my decision again of who I am. So you don't have to have the same exact picture as I do, but that always helps me. And when I'm stepping back and seeing reality from a distance, if something's happening with specific person, there's always that option to viewpoint from specific person as well. Your mind, your imagination is so much more powerful than your trusting in when you're worried about the 3D. When something is shitty, circumstances are shitty, it's very easy to forget who you really are. So put the focus back, bring it back. Doesn't matter what's happening around you, bring it back to who you want to be and give it the meaning that it's still leading to your outcome. Remember, don't be fooled by reality. Don't be fooled by it. This is why I say 3D reality might not look exactly like you think it should to be a part of your unfolding. It might not. It might look polar opposite. But it's you deciding, part of the unfolding, or am I in the wrong reality? And I would choose part of my unfolding every single time. And I do that every single time. Because ultimately, it's your decision that matters. It's your decision actually is the only thing that matters. Remember that. And you're not doing this alone. You're not by yourself. You're always with the I am. Always. You give the I am its own title. Is that God, universe, higher power, source energy, moonbeams? It's you deciding who it is or what it is. But you're not alone as this one entity named Holly. You're not. Right? None of us are ever truly alone. Ever. But we can forget that when we get tied back up into our ego self. Not that ego's our enemy, because it isn't. But it does sometimes make us feel a little separate, but we're not. Okay? The best thing you can do is not care about the opinions of others. Mic drop on that. Yep. Beyonce, member for 12 months. Thank you very much. Hey, Kim. I need you, SP. What? Oh, I need you. I'm like, what? SP got some trouble with his former job and stopped speaking to me. I work at the same job, so I'm not sure if that's why. All right, rewind. SP got some trouble with his former job and stopped speaking to me. I work at the same job. I'm not sure if that's why. I haven't seen him in 4 months, but we were texting now. He stopped. How can turn it back around? Okay. All right. First of all, the reason why communication has stopped. If I were you, I would not even be searching for reasons. Like going deeper into, it's because I work at the same place or no, throw it out. Right? Because we don't want to give excuses so that we can keep experiencing more of it. So let's decide right now. The reason why it feels quiet, irrelevant. Again, so I hope that makes sense. Let's not give this an excuse to keep you out of contact. So it's irrelevant. It's not because you work there, none of that, because we want the communication to begin again, right? So let's not validate it with an excuse. Let's just do nothing but see it. It's been quiet. It's been quiet. I hope you have not been labeling it as no contact or anything silly like that. If anybody wonders why I'm saying that to her, it is because there is no, wait a minute. Some of these comments. There is no such thing as no contact. In physical 3D, it might feel like there is, but there isn't. There isn't. Hold on. If I'm going to not be laughing the entire time, I need to redirect here. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. So there's no such thing as no contact because we are all connected in consciousness. So that's impossible. It's just impossible. Reality can feel quiet. So it probably feels quiet on your end. But I have a feeling you're also seeing that communication as the only thing to validate you that you're doing something right, manifesting wise. And we want to stop that too. Are you manifesting communication or are you manifesting a relationship? Are you manifesting being in the loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with your person? Thank you, Yara. Thank you very much. Okay. Now listen, I want you to know that that is not a judgment from me because I was that person. Hence the morning messages story that I've shared with everybody. So I remember hanging on to dear life to those messages. But that wasn't what I was manifesting. So only I could have seen that. Only I could come to that, right? So I'm hoping I'm bringing you to that. The communication was validation to you, just like the morning messages were to me. But this is a journey of self. So this is you learning to trust yourself and learning to trust that you're always doing everything right and you're not giving anything outside of you more meaning. So number one, you will hear from him again, just like you did the last time you felt like this was happening. I told you you would, and you did, and you will again. You're going to hear from him, right? This isn't you two are never going to speak again. No, not at all. You're going to talk to him again. He will reach out to you. It'll happen. I don't want you every day. I love you too, girl, but listen, I don't want you every day looking at your phone seeing, did it come yet? No, that's the version of you that doesn't have it. So you don't have to live like that. I lived like that. And it's why it kept it away from me for so damn long. It's why all I ever had was hot and cold. Because I was giving the messages all the power, right? All the power outside of me. Don't get me wrong. I know all you really want is just to be with your person. I know that's how I felt too. That's why I'm saying this to you. The sooner we pull away from believing that those messages are the only thing that can make you feel good right now, the more you come into the realization that, oh my God, you've had the power the whole time, like I did. Oh my God, it's been me this whole time, right? Meaning reality reflecting. The more you step into your power and realize it's always been within you, you just didn't realize it or you didn't believe it, you didn't trust it, the sooner this shit in the 3D will stop. See what I'm saying? This is why you're going to put the focus on being the version of yourself. Can you guys hear me? Oh no. Can you hear me? Please, somebody say you can hear me. Yes? Yes? Okay. Man, I told him I was doing a live stream. I told him you can't call while I'm doing a live stream. Because I told him that happens. And he did. He forgot. It's all right. It's all right. But I don't want him to think that I can't come home because he's on the phone. You can come home, my friend. Come home. All right, let me just tell him. One moment, sir. Doing a live stream. Can't, are you gonna, Siri, help me here? Doing a live stream. Love you. Okay. Okay. Remember? Maybe that's like a year ago. Remember when he called during a live stream and like the volume was completely gone? I had to actually leave the live stream and come back for the volume to come back. Thank God that's fixed. Hold on, I'm just responding to him. I'm sorry. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so Beyonce, you were going to be focusing on the version of yourself that is in the loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. That's who you are. That communication will absolutely come back. So try not to put the focus on, oh my God, he's not texting me. Oh my God, I'm never going to talk to him again. Yes, you are. Yes, you will. Okay? You will. You will hear from him. Okay? That's right. Kathan, is it Kathan PT? Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Nita Zhuj. Been feeling good and saw that reflected to me, then saw shit. So, what was your perception of the shit? I love you too, Beyonce. When you saw, see, this is actually a really good question for anybody else out there. All right. So, you know how I will bring up that I get comments like, I was in the state, I was doing what I was supposed to. And then this happened. It's kind of the same kind of question, right? I've been feeling good. I saw that reflected to me. And then boom, shit. Then shit. Why did the shit come? Am I being punished for all my terrible thinking before I was doing good? Is this a punishment? How much longer am I going to have to put up with this? How did you perceive the shit? What was your response to the shit? You ever notice I like saying that word shit? And the reason I'm asking is because your perception is telling you who you are. Okay, so for example, let's say you're manifesting a specific person, and let's say for this example, specific person maybe had a third party. Okay, you've decided you're going to continue manifesting this person, and we're going to bounce out the third party, right? All right. So you started every day deciding to be the version of yourself that's in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with the, most loving version of your specific person. And you've been doing it great. You've been making your decision every single day. You and specific person saw each other, that weekend. Specific person was showing up reflecting amazing, saying all the beautiful things, like I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I knew we were meant to be together. I just love you so much. Blah, blah, blah. He's saying all the lovey-dovey things. Or he or she. Doesn't matter, right? Then, you're so excited, so happy that you got that reflection. You equated it to, that's right, I was choosing to be myself. I was choosing. Look how my reality showed up. So you continue choosing. Right? You return to that decision every day. And then the following weekend, you see evidence that the third party is still there. Your response to that. Now, if it's, what the fuck? I was feeling really good. I was really choosing to be, the version of self I wanted to be. How did that show up? I was feeling so good. I was for sure third party was gone. So why the hell is this here? Oh my God, this is terrible. This never means that you choosing to be a version of yourself has failed or that you will never have the full manifestation. It never means that. What it means is in the moment you saw the reflection, your response to it is telling you in that moment that you're perceiving it, who you are, by how you perceived the shit. It's telling you that's still resonating. So for the example, because obviously, Kevin, this is not your example, but in the example, the belief not good enough, which manifested the third party to begin with, is resonating. That doesn't mean you're all the way back to the original version of self you started this journey as. It never means that. It means in that moment you fluctuated through that state. By that state, I mean a state that not good enough belief is there. But it doesn't mean failure. It doesn't mean that the version of self you're choosing to be still has the not good enough belief in it. That's not what it means. But your perception means, okay, in the state that I am in this moment, I'm perceiving this and it bothers me and I'm afraid, I'm getting fearful thoughts that this is never gonna, we're never gonna get together. I'm never gonna get my person. Yes, you are. Return to your decision. Go back to the version of self you want to be. Reality will take care of itself. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. You even fluctuating through that state doesn't mean your whole manifestation's been thrown out and you got to start this shit all over. It never means that. Return to your decision. So this is why I say return to your decisions. Why I word it like that. Because we fluctuate through states all the time. All the time. And remember, this is why I've used the example of the sun. You are the sun. Your sense of self is the sun. And all the sun rays are all the different versions of you from the infinite. You are always every version of yourself. So there's 100% a version of you who never had the not good enough belief. There's a version of you who believes she's in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that person of her choice. So that version of you exists, and you are her right now. When we perceive reality, again, we're going to call it shit. When we perceive our reality that way and internally are feeling defeated, it just means you're in a sun ray. Your view is on one sun ray, one version of yourself that has that not good enough belief. So move your awareness to the sun ray that doesn't. You were always the sun ray that never had the belief. You were always that version of yourself, but your awareness wasn't highlighting it. So bring the awareness back. Okay? Return to your decision. Whatever the shit was for you, don't give it a bigger meaning. See whatever it was as something that's a part of the unfolding of you getting exactly what you want, because honestly, it's all it is. But your perception of it is there to tell you which sun ray you're highlighting. That's all. Return. There's nothing in reality that can ever be a true threat to your desire. Ever. Not possible. But our logical, rational mind can do really good at making us believe that it can be a threat. It can get in the way. It can't. Okay. All right. So on that note, now I have to go. I forgot. I got a 2 o'clock coaching call. I got to send the link. Anyway, guys. Oh, but if you're here, don't be offended by that. I didn't forget about you per se. I love you too. Thank you all for being here with me on this lovely afternoon. I will be going live again very, very soon because I love going live. I love it. Please don't let anything in your reality ever frighten you into thinking that you're not going to get what you want. I don't care what it is. Don't let it frighten you out of it. You return to the decision of who you want to be. Okay? Return. All right. I shall see you all probably later.